What is up, Film Geeks, and welcome back to my channel. Tonight, the Golden Globes are on, so I'm giving you guys my final predictions for all the movie categories for tonight's Globes. Make sure to comment your guys' predictions down below. Who's going to win? Who's going to get snubbed? Who's going to win the most awards? Make sure to comment that down below, and let's get this started. And our first category we're starting with is Animated Feature Film. And of these, we have Missing Link, Toy Story 4, Frozen 2, How to Train Your Dragon, and The Lion King. And you know what? I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to say Toy Story 4 just because of how Toy Story 3 did in the last Golden Globes and Oscars. Won big, and Toy Story 4 is pretty awesome. But if I'm going to say what I want, I'm going to say I want How to Train Your Dragon in the Hidden World. But I'm going to say that Toy Story 4 is a good bet. It's Pixar, it's Disney, of course. But How to Train Your Dragon, don't be surprised if they snub it. Or Missing Link. I've heard great things about it, but I'm going to put my money on Toy Story 4. Next up, actor in a musical or comedy. We have Daniel Craig for Knives Out, Roman Griffin Davis for Jojo Rabbit, Taron Egerton for Rocketman, Eddie Murphy for Dolomite Is My Name, and Leo DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm going to say who I want. I want Daniel Craig for Knives Out. That's who I want. I think it's either going to come down to Eddie Murphy or Leo DiCaprio. This is a hard one because Taron Egerton's pretty fantastic as well, but I'm hoping Daniel Craig goes, but don't be surprised if Eddie Murphy or Leo DiCaprio was. But for me, Daniel Craig, because that donut hole inside another donut is not a donut at all. That is just brilliant, and his little southern drawl he talks with is just perfect. I'm rooting for Daniel Craig, but if I really put all my money on it, I would say Eddie Murphy's going to take it tonight. He did good in Dolomite Is My Name. No, I'm not a fan of the film. He did really, really well as the character Dolomite. Next up, actress in a drama motion picture. We have Charlize Theron for Bombshell, Renee Zellweger for Judy, Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story, and Saoirse Ronan for Little Women. I'm going to go and say Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story is a really safe bet. If I want someone to win, it's going to be Saoirse Ronan, because Little Women is my favorite film last year, but her or Scarlett, I'm fine with either. I say Scarlett Johansson takes it easily. Easily. She was phenomenal in Marriage Story. Next up, drama motion picture. Our nominees are 1917, Joker, The Two Popes, The Irishman, and Marriage Story. I have not seen 1917 or The Two Popes, but I'm going to go and say, ooh, this is a tough one. My prediction, I'm going to say 1917 just because of all the buzz I've heard about it. Marriage Story might still, it has so many nominations from the Critics' Choice Awards, upcoming Oscars, maybe the nominations come out January 13th, but 1917 I would say is going to win. I have not seen it. But me personally, I'm hoping Marriage Story or Joker. But I think comic book movie, I don't think they're going to give it to him. But Marriage Story is for me who I want. I think 1917 is going to win. Next up, actor in a drama motion picture. We have Jonathan Pryce, The Two Popes, Adam Driver, Marriage Story, Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory, Joaquin Phoenix, Joker, Christian Bale, Ford v Ferrari. I think this one isn't a safe bet, but I would say Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. He is fantastic. Though I want Adam Driver for Marriage Story to win, I truly believe Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. I'm pretty sure everyone thinks he's gonna win. And if he doesn't, then well, that might be a snub. But I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't win. But I won't be surprised if he does win. So it's up in the air for that one. It's a tough category. Next up, director of a motion picture. We have Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Todd Phillips for Joker, Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. Have yet to see Parasite. Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, Sam Mendes for 1917. Now, I haven't seen Parasite, but I've heard all the buzz. Everyone is saying this is the best movie ever. It's fantastic. So I'm going to say Bong Joon-ho is going to win. I really think, I don't know what it is. I have not seen the movie. I think he's going to win. But for me personally, who I want to win, Quentin Tarantino. I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was flawless. I loved every second of it. But if I'm going to put my money on someone, again, Bong Joon-ho. Do I want him to win? No, because I have not seen the movie, but I'm going to guess he's going to win, just because of everything I've heard about it. Next up, supporting actress in a motion picture, Annette Bening for The Report, Kathy Bates for Richard Jewell, Margot Robbie for Bombshell, Jennifer Lopez for Hustlers, and Laura Dern for Marriage Story. I'm going to say it comes down to Jennifer Lopez and Laura Dern. Laura Dern is fantastic in Marriage Story, but I'm going to say that Jennifer Lopez for Hustlers is going to win. She's fantastic, and I want her to win, and I think she's going to win, because everything J-Lo did in this movie was pure gold. It was pure fire, and it shows that J-Lo does have range. She has that in her, that she can really bring it, but again, it's a tough category, but I'm going to go with Jennifer Lopez for Hustlers. Next up, actress in a musical or comedy, Awkwafina for The Farewell, Beanie Feldstein, I probably butchered her name, for Booksmart, Emma Thompson for Late Night, Kate Blanchett for Where'd You Go, Burnett, and Ana de Armas for Knives Out. I'm going to say that Awkwafina is going to win. I haven't finished The Farewell. I started it recently. I need to finish that movie. But Awkwafina, I'm just going to guess, is going to win. She was fantastic for what I watched, but if someone's going to steal it from her, I would say Ana de Armas, because she's bloody fantastic in Knives Out, but I think this is the safe one for Awkwafina. I think she gets it done. Next up, supporting actor in a motion picture. Anthony Hopkins for The Two Popes, Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Joe Pesci, The Irishman, Al Pacino, The Irishman, Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Now, we know everyone loves him, Tom Hanks. He's America's sweetheart playing America's sweetheart, so that might be one to steal it, but The Irishman, well, I was a fan of it. I recently watched it. I didn't love it, but Joe Pesci was brilliant. He was absolutely fantastic, but I think Brad Pitt gets it done. I think Brad Pitt has not won, like, really many awards for Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor. I think Brad Pitt gets it done because him as Cliff Booth, I want a whole Cliff Booth spin-off movie. I love Cliff Booth. I love his character, so I'm going to go with Brad Pitt, but Joe Pesci, I think, might sneak it and get it from him. Next up, musical or comedy motion picture. We have Dolomite Is My Name, Rocket Man, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Knives Out, and Jojo Rabbit. For this one, I'm going to say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And you know what? That or Knives Out, I'm happy with. But I think that Jojo Rabbit might come in and steal it. I haven't seen Jojo Rabbit. It came in no theaters around me where I live here in Sacramento. But Jojo Rabbit might come and steal it. If it doesn't, I'm going to say it's between Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Knives Out. But I think JoJo's up in there running too, but I would put my money on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Next up, original score, 1917, Joker, Motherless Brooklyn, Little Women, ooh, that's a good one, Marriage Story. I'm going to say Joker, just because I actually downloaded this on Apple Music, and I listened to it while driving, and it made driving kind of scary and also kind of intense, because that score is so haunting, and that was my favorite part of the Joker, was how that score made you feel during the movie, you're like, wow, this just built the tension even more. It really got behind Joaquin Phoenix. And Joker, I think, is a safe bet. But I have yet to see 1917. I'm seeing it in about a week when it comes to theaters around me. So we'll see. Next up, screenplay of a motion picture. We have The Two Popes, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, The Irishman, Marriage Story. Again, I'm going to go and say Marriage Story for this one, because I have not seen Two Popes or Parasite, but I'm going to say Marriage Story, because what Noah Baumbach did was brilliant. I loved it so much, everything about this movie. Marriage Story is my number 3 favorite movie of 2019, so I'm going to go with Marriage Story, but all honesty, if any other one sneaks it in, I would say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is like that or Marriage Story. But you never know, Parasite or that, I haven't seen it, but it could sneak in. It's all up in the air. These are my predictions. I predict Marriage Story, and if not, then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And last up, I believe, is foreign language film. We have Portrait of a Lady on Fire, The Farewell, Les Miserables, Parasite, and Pain and Glory. I'm going to say again Parasite. Again, I have not seen it. I am beyond excited to watch it when I get to. But I believe Parasite, just from everyone I heard, everyone who got a chance to see it, said it's like the best movie ever. It's a foreign language film that has all subtitles that everyone was so surprised by how they enjoyed it. Even the average movie fans, they're like, no, it was a good movie. So I believe Parasite is going to win. If I did forget a category, I do apologize, but make sure to comment down below if I did forget one. How did your guys' predictions compare? Tomorrow, I'll have a reaction to all the winners of the Golden Globes. Very excited to do that for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do me a favor and go see a movie. I'll see you guys next time.